as far as making a hit, as far as catering to, you know, to the listeners and the audience, it definitely first starts with yourself. You know, when I go in to make music, I don't think about, you know, who I'm capturing. I just make sure that it's definitely coming from a place that I understand, a place that I identify with, a place that's real and true to myself. And usually that resonates with our fan base. So, you know, it's not like we look and say, okay, we're going to go after this or we're going to go after that. We just, you know, really stay true to ourselves. Well, I think what would set, you know, artists apart from being legendary or mediocre, as you said, music could be like fast food. You know, a lot of cats, they go in the studio, they knock out a record in a half hour, an hour, you know, and put it out to the world, and a lot of times those records do well, you know. But sometimes when you know, like me, for example, I don't come in and I just, you know, write a record like right there on the spot, even though I can. The music that I basically love, music that is grown, you know, it starts as a seed, and I don't write it all that day. Like, I'll piece by piece it like Legos, you know. I'll get the format, I'll get the intellect of what I want it to be, and then from there, like, a line will hit me this day when I'm in the shower. Another line will hit me that day, you know, when I'm cruising. Or, you know, if I'm out having dinner or out with friends or something will spark, and I'll tag it on there. And then, you know, maybe it could take like 2 to 3 days to a week, maybe even longer, you know what I'm saying? And I put it together, and that's how I like my music to come about. It's always great to have a great team. But as far as the artist is concerned, I tend to believe that you cannot stop, hinder, or halt great talent. As far as the clips go, we've had, that's Chad on the horn, on the trumpet that you hear back there. But as far as the clips go, you know, we've had some hindrances, you know, as far as labels and promoting and marketing and things like that. But the one thing we kept consistent was the art, was the, you know, the body of work, you know, which spawned a group of mixtapes called the We Got It for Cheap series. So when the labels and everything weren't really cooperating, or, you know, we really weren't on track with them, we just stayed busy. So if you stay true to your art and stay true to your craft, you know, it's our fans that kept us alive. When the industry vehicle wasn't working for us, it was the fans that kept talking and saying, yo, what's up with the clips? They, you know, the mixtape series is hot. Just keep doing your art. And I believe in the end your art will prevail if you're any good. It's very possible to have many different passions. And I do believe it's possible to be good at, you know, different things. The one thing that you're good at, your true calling, and you know, the thing that you know, find yourself called to, I think is you know, it's going to show what you're good at. But I don't think just because you're good at one thing doesn't mean you can't be good at other things as well. I have a very, very phenomenal story. A sequence of events that happened in my life that by far is probably the most intriguing, interesting, phenomenal thing that I've ever witnessed. And when these series of events happened to me, I was convicted to let others know about what happened to me. This wasn't something that, you know, I could keep to myself. Just so happens, and it's all by God's plan, that He gave me a platform to reach others, you know. So when I experienced, you know, what I went through, it only made sense to share it. And it wasn't to be in a form of rapping or music. It was to really straight up tell my story. So what I did was I reached out to a few major publishing houses, and all of which were interested. The one consistent thing that they kept saying was, just add more to it. And I couldn't rightfully do that, because when I told my story, it was just as it happened, period, point blank, and I couldn't add any fluff to it, you know. And I felt like adding fluff to it would take away from the actual subject matter. my fans already know who I am. I've been in the music game for over 12 years, so you already know my story. Every album was an open book, so I didn't have to talk about the things that I talked about in the album. You got that side of me already. So I said, I'll go, I found out what it took to do it myself, and I did it myself, and it's been great for me. Yeah, Thornton Publishing. What I'm working on right now, I just wrapped up the audiobook, which is really good. The audiobook consists of the characters that were actually in the book. You get to hear their actual voice and their actual perspectives and point of views, and you got sound effects in it. I call it an audio movie. That's what we call it. And you just kick back and you listen to that and just try to take you on the experience as it happened to me. Also, I have a lady by the name of Jasmine Mance, who is just an awesome poet, motivational speaker, very inspiring, and she hails from Newark, New Jersey. And she has a book that we're putting out. It's called Chalk Outlines of Snow Angels. It's a book of poetry, and I really believe that every young black child, boy and girl, need to have this book because it's very motivational, inspiring, and it just will breathe fresh air and life in a world where so many different things out here is just so negative and just just designed to create zombies and stop people from thinking from themselves, whether it be TV or radio or hanging out with the wrong crowd. She really has a message that I identify with. So she definitely just fits into the whole brand of Thornton Publishing, uplifting. Also, my manager, Anthony Gonzalez, we're working on a book called 32 as well. He got 32 years in prison, and he definitely has a story to tell that will help some of the youth out here as well. That's what the whole Thornton Publishing is about. Very positive, but real and true to life. The method behind the madness to No Malice, where I basically buried Malice. I read the Bible a lot, and all throughout the Bible it just says, get rid of all maliciousness. Get rid of all malice, anger, rage, And every time I saw it, it just poked at me. I'm like, yo, people call me Malice, That's the name I go by. That's what my fans know me as. But, I'm not a malicious person. And it just wasn't true to who I am, So instead of Malice, I just added the N-O, and now I'm No Malice. For sure. My strength is the Lord Jesus Christ. That's my strength. Everything that I'm doing, that's where my strength comes from. I'm in an industry where it's quite the contrary. Like, what I'm doing is not popular. What I'm doing is not the coolest thing to do. Is definitely not the most money to be made, by where I'm at. But there's some things that just mean so much more than a bank account. And when you're doing something that is helping someone, it makes it all very much worth it. I wish, that I had someone before me that would have helped me make better decisions, and I wouldn't have had to necessarily go down the path that I went through. But fortunately, I've been redeemed, and redemption only comes from the Lord, make no mistake, period, point blank. So, as it was given to me, I freely give as well, and I'm going back and I'm just telling everybody what it is I know. And the thing about me and No Malice and the whole brand, Thornton Publishing and all of that, this ain't something that we don't know about. Like, I'm not just on my high horse trying to preach. I'm not doing that. I live this. I've been through this. Everything I talk about, I've been through it. I've seen it, the ups and downs. I done been around the world and had everything I ever could have wanted to have. So when you listen to me, you're not just listening to somebody who don't know and just know, just be a good guy and just do right. Nah, I done done did it all. It's nothing I haven't done. I can weigh the positive and the negative, and here I am standing in the middle telling you which way, I think would best benefit you, And my whole thing is especially to the youth, a lot of the youth don't know because they're just force-fed. TV, radio, they're force-fed. So everything they see, that's what it is. This is what's cool. To dress like this is cool. To talk like this is cool. To look like this is cool. To smoke this is cool. To drink that is cool. To do, because this is what TV's telling us. To have this many girls, this is what's cool. To wear it, everything. Mm-hmm. So you don't know no better if that's all you're being fed. So what I come to do is just to give you that other end of the spectrum, and then you can judge for yourself. I'm not saying do this or do that. I'm just giving you both, as opposed to just giving you that one. I would like, younger people to know that there is nothing that they cannot do. I think with any and everything you do, put God first, and you have no choice but to excel at it. Don't pigeonhole yourself. Take the road less traveled. Go through the narrow gate. Don't go through the gate everyone else goes through. Dare to be different. Take a chance. Break the norm. If you do what everyone else has already done, you're always going to get the same results. Each and every one of us is unique, so do your unique thing and see what that brings to this world. Longevity, I believe, is just... it comes from having integrity with what you do. It has everything to do with having integrity with your brand, knowing what your brand is and honoring that, not trying to, once again, be something that you're not, something that's popular. You have to, no one else can bring you clips. No one else can bring you No Malice. No one else can bring you Pusha T. So why would we try to be something else? When you come to get the Clips brand, you know exactly what you're going to get. When you pick up a Clips album, you know what it is, you're going to get because you come looking for that brand. Oh, you know what I hate about longevity? I hate when these young cats try to come up and say, yo, you a legend? Don't call me legend, young punk. Don't do that. I'm in this game like you in this game. You know what I'm saying? Don't be calling me no legend, yo. For real. It's like they saying, oh, you a legend, yeah, but scoot out. It's my turn now, man. They really got my face with that. They still not rapping like me, yo. I think I'm gonna be a pastor. I think I'm gonna be a pastor in the future. I don't know when or how it's gonna happen or take place, but I love sharing the gospel. I love sharing the word of God. And I understand it to the point where I can articulate it and help others really see, help interpret the scriptures. And I believe that's a gift of mine. I know that that's a gift that God has given me. So I try not to make any kind of plans because, I've made plans before and God said, yeah, you're not doing that. You're doing this. So I'm just trying to make myself available, man. Just make myself available and go wherever God tells me to go and do what I got to do, y'all.
Can't go on with that.
You can't. How can you? How can you? What's up? It's the Patty Cake Man, a.k.a. No Malice, one half of the Clips, third of the re-up gang. Yo, check for that new mixtape, Hear Ye Him. And also, I want to let y'all know about the Music Video Training Center. Go check out my man Jag. He can definitely show you how to make videos, edit, do all that good stuff or whatever. So I'm definitely in support of that, alright? So make sure you check out the Music Video Training Center. It's in Hampton, just putting on for VA once again for the 757 all day long.